going Chrom in many sets. Though the last set he did play, he did go Chrom. So we'll see how much this Meta Knight is going to intimidate him. But it will be a Ditto. Frost was saying that he thinks he has to bring out the Meta Knight in this set, so he's bringing it out here. Big Meta Knight Ditto for this top 8 set. We'll see which one is going to pull it out more. I can't imagine Frost is too experienced in the ladders compared to Josiah, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, for sure, but he does got fundies. Love to see how that carries over and kind of experience with the character goes against someone who has character fundamentals. So far, we're seeing a lot of poking, getting anything big going.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very funny situation in the Ditto where neither of them get their combos off, so it's just these small pecks over and over again, and it's almost like you're seeing proper neutral play, but it's just like tossing these moves at us. Like, this isn't very safe. We're both committing to the same stuff. That's sort of the mental aspect of Dittos, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Dittos always are so interesting because especially difficult to fight your own character. You feel like you know everything about them, and then all of a sudden your opponent's doing all sorts of things, and it feels really bad if you lose the Ditto.
Yeah, and especially because some Dittos, even just across fighting games, but in Smash as well, you start to see that, oh, my character has pretty good answers against myself. So
yeah, some you don't consider too often, but
yeah, I mean, Meta Knight's fast juggle options make his commitments against Meta Knight's multi-jumps pretty safe to get upper shuttle loops for juggles, and that F smash is a really good option against burst options that Meta Knight is going to favor, so very interesting, uniquely presented options there.
For sure. I feel like we will be seeing a lot of F smash drills in this match. Hard to see something going.
Yeah, unfortunately getting the wrong angle on that upper and SDIing right away. SDI in on that, so even further away, that bagger's not even going to connect. And big dash attack almost going to kill at the top. It's going to take at least another 10% for that to properly kill.
Yeah, he's probably going to die here. Yep, that'll definitely be it.
Poor commitment on that drill rush.
Frost maintaining center stage, and that's just going to kill off the top right there at 70.
Yeah, again, it's those multi-jumps I was talking about. It makes for very easy, non-committal uppers from Meta Knight to go for against Meta Knight who struggles to land, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Those multi-jumps are sort of just the saving grace for Meta Knight to be able to land, but otherwise his landing options aren't super good. He can't cover below himself very well, so the upper is very good to shark with and get that closer. And now, last stock for an arc. Already looking pretty convincing for Frost, but there's at least a couple more stocks to go here on this game, potentially, and a couple more games to go, but I won't count on an arc just yet, as the set was to spare.
It is Meta Knight, so you could see a zero death out of nowhere.
Oh, for sure.
But it's like you were saying, Meta Knight does struggle to land because all his options are very heavily committed. Like, you have to commit very heavily for them. You're going to Dimensional Cape, you're going to Tornado, you're going to Up B. All of those have very set paths, or at least they are very easy to catch out. We're going to see Frost take game 1 there.
I see that Frost has at least been... I see that Frost has been in the lab at least a little bit doing that. A fan favorite of mine, the down tilt reverse down smash to get the kill off the side. Good setup for Frost at the end there, closing things out. See, the Ditto is going to be another pick for him. I'm just going to choose someone else. Could expect somebody else here. That was one game for us to learn how that matchup worked, and then see something else for later.
And last time I saw that was back in Brawl,
and way less NATO being put out, that's to say the least.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love the clip where all 4 players in doubles throw out the Tornado at the same time, and all 4 different options. They're all optimal.
So you could say this is also a bit of a throwback to 2007.
Yeah, we got Diddy Kong and we got Meta Knight. Interesting to see how this goes compared to the last match.
This is a bit more favored to Meta Knight, at least not in general. I would say it's still plenty Diddy favored because that Diddy Banana is just such a strong out of shield option. It pretty much beats all of Meta Knight's potential commitments, but also this is probably one of, if not his worst matchup in Smash 4, and it hasn't gotten too much better, but he at least has a couple more chances here in this game. Just just how the engine changes have worked for Diddy. It favors Meta Knight a little bit more. The air approaches are just a bit better, and reliance on Nair a lot to reliably cross up. We'll see how much that is going to impact this match. Yeah, because again, it might just be a one match we're seeing here. This best of 5.
You never know who he's pulling out, but his Diddy is something he's pulling a lot. I know.
Yes, it is pretty much his secondary at this point. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. A match before Crom just.
Yeah, and again, those very committal landing options that Meta Knight has to run into. I mean, that's something that Diddy eats for breakfast against against many characters landing. It's not a juggle option, but it's the most common landing catch option, which is just dash back banana. It's gonna really put a dent into anarc's disadvantage game plan here. Going for those aerials, not going to set up into an F smash though.
Take anything out of this edge ago. Yeah, it's always risky to try edge guarding Diddy because you never know what interaction is going to happen with the rocket barrels. Could explode and get hit off the stage and die at 20 for all you know.
Especially because the low range of his moves makes a monkey flip actually something you got to consider a lot. Is like, am I going to hit this move, or is the K-Man grab actually just going to beat me? Or are they going to do smash input monkey flip attack and I'm just going to get knocked because that hitbox is really good? No, it's hard to deal with on top of the fact that Barrels has a pretty decent hitbox.
Yeah, Diddy has no lack of options, I'll say. But that back air, good read on the jump. anarc0, but we're gonna see down tilt. Not quite gonna kill, but I feel like that's a really good option in this matchup.
Yeah,
he can just catch a lot of Meta Knight's landings, like bang.
Another fact that even without that banana, Meta Knight's options, unless timed perfectly, which often Meta Knights won't time their nairs perfectly on shield to be as safe as possible, which makes moves that are like just barely unsafe against some of his fastest options turn out to be really good still. Like Diddy up smash with frame 5.
Yeah.
Beats all of his out of shield options minus nair, but he'll probably time his nairs at least a couple frames later, at least to reliably land to beat faster out of shield options. So that up smash is also very good on top of banana being presented as a ranged defensive option, just like that.
Yeah, we see this whole match, anarc0 is struggling to get in against this team. Now he could be near the end. We Frost going for all these down tilts to lead into either a back air at the ledge or into up smash potentially, right angle. There's what I was talking about, the rocket barrels.
Frost there. It's like it's like Frost didn't even feel ready that the barrels would kill there. Of course they'd kill, but he waited until just seeing the game screen. Just it's like, oh, I really got to understand that the barrels are going to kill even on town against a lighty like Meta Knight. Banning FD Kalos. That's a Frost ban every time.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just his classic thing. He hates FD Kalos.
Yeah, don't want the long stages, the lack of platforms. I mean, I can see why Diddy can really benefit from the platform.
I mean, any chance that he could go Crom or any other character, he probably has just a lack of experience.
I wouldn't be surprised if anyone at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be like a case of lack of experience on those stages because Crom is going to ban those stages way more often, right?
Yeah.
So you may just not be experienced too much on FD and Kalos against a character like this, so might as well ban them since those are my comfort bans regardless. Up 2-0 and going multiple characters, I feel fine with doing comfort bans instead of prioritizing my bans around what my opponent's character doesn't like.
Oh yeah, for sure, because it's always going to be advantages and disadvantages to stages, but in the end, what you're most comfortable on is probably the thing you should go.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Battlefield as Ivy, which not the best, but it's at least like a fine stage for PT. Meta Knight has a bit of trouble against some characters on this stage in particular, but Battlefield is pretty mid for the both of them. Battlefield was probably just the most favored for Josiah at the time, just against Diddy in particular. So there he goes, PT on this third game, picking the stages before the character, and let's see if all of these characters' large range options can be a pain for an arc or not when it comes to the plats.
This Charizard, interesting. It's gonna be a lot easier to catch out than any Kong or another Meta Knight would be. Matchup, so I have a feeling it. You always gotta be ready for the Flare Blitz.
Yeah, even especially high recovery Flare Blitz are way less risky, even in spots like that, because you're not going to like, oh, I'll put a button into Flare Blitz because it has armor, and if it completely whiffs, then he's entirely back on stage. It's not like he's going to the ledge or still has to recover when he does it low. Good F tilt timing there, but like those Flare Blitz high recoveries are just very easy to commit to. And our time things a bit early, time the get up a bit early, especially on that forward tilt. Commenting for Meta Knights to do drop down aerials at the ledge, so exploited by that forward tilt. And 154% for Ivy there.
Yeah, I mean, he's containing center stage, and Ergo's finally going to take center stage from him. He can hold center stage or get a good combo on this Charizard. There's that. Yep, Charizard has so many good ab shield options. You wouldn't expect it for his size, but a lot he can do.
Yeah, and that should
but
be
I
a dead
don't
Zard.
think he's coming back from that. Ivy will make it.
Yeah,
I was worried for a second.
I was wondering if he barely chose the wrong option there with the distance on Drill Rush, but finding it just perfectly, and IVS match, very good. Again, another ranged whiff punish option for catching landings there. Good exploit option for anarc's timing landings here, but ooh, getting a bit saucy here with plat support against the Zard
he's
here.
Just overwhelming Charizard. Could see something here. Squirt pretty light. Ooh, and that's a good read.
Yeah, I'm sure in a situation where he did back air before, he was expecting a drag down, or that might be what Josiah favors to begin with, just back airing them on the ground. But
yeah, the screen turned off.
Rolled right in on that F smash there, closing it out. That is an interesting interaction, especially what you said with exploiting a Zard properly, right?
Yep,
and
for sure.
That's all it was doing on that last stock, which removed Frost's option of using Charizard, right? But Charizard initially is like, oh, well, Charizard's a big body, so I will take less hit stun, which means ladders won't affect me much at those very low percents. I can still air dodge through it, but I mean, PT still has a very effective switch. We saw that air dodge doesn't really help anyway, because Meta Knight is going to exploit that. Switch is pretty much the same exact thing.
I've seen where Meta Knight gets 4 up airs, then PT just down Bs, and suddenly there goes your combo. Not going to work. It's like Luigi NATO.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to see Lemmy coming out now. Very interesting choice. You don't see very many Bowser Jr.'s around here.
I mean, certainly NC didn't go.
Yeah, I mean, you got
he hasn't
NC
gotten
around
Bowser Jr. very often in this bracket either, but we may see him in losers.
Just here having a good time. Yeah, I did see Bowser Jr. a little bit from him. So we'll have to see how the Frost Bowser Jr.
Currently shouting out NC here, I gotta imagine. Good timing. That was immediate well adaptation from Frost, a sign of a very competent player. Got exploited for doing air dodge like that off stage as Zard in the last game, and immediately timing it on his button extension after that down air there from Anarc. Very good.
Oh, yeah, that unfortunate air dodge.
Yeah, Josiah was just a bit, unfortunately, pressured a bit too much on that up air, on that air dodge. But
Man, that just Levy things. Yeah, it's gonna have this.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. Big body Lemmy there.
Yep.
Another ladder kill. It's why you probably shouldn't pick a very large hurtbox character like Lemmy to use against Meta Knight. I mean, again, I don't want to point at that last game too much, but Josiah was exploiting big bodies the entire time.
Oh, trust me, as someone who plays DDD and is on the same team as anarc0, I know how it feels to play big body against him. We'll to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, up B was not going to close it out. A bit too heavy to actually close things out, especially after that up tilt extension, but very good damage, gets 60.
Yeah, you take those every time as Meta Knight.
And had a 60 damage of extra credit right there. Frost still has a stock to go.
Get back air here. Another edgeguard situation. Excellent job just following all his offstage options. He's gonna go low there. Yeah, that F smash is strong.
Dash away button has been a common option against his landing options. It's still consistent. I've seen it like pretty much once every game now at this point, but anarc hasn't really presented a change to that for Frost yet. And at this last stock, is still going for the same habitual reads against Josiah. So
let's see. So scared here because I think Meta Knight's good. Something die.
I mean, in that position, a button would probably be really safe, especially that far off stage. Fastest Jr. really can't commit to air dodge that low, so... And a button would have been safe there, but decided to respect the up B really hard. Not respecting the Mega Cooper there, but...
Ooh, that's going to break him out of side B and kill him, so... Are seeing a game 5. It'll be interesting to see characters pulled out, because I'm assuming we're not seeing the Lemmy again at the very least.
Yeah. So, see what his last character is going to be, because especially with a loss.
Yeah, you could see
no,
the
it's going to be an easy switch. Back to
the Diddy Kong. Yep, game 5, he wants to win this. I see the reason going back to Diddy Kong. We'll have to see how...
Bro, my Lemmy is so trash. I got cheated.
NC dogging on Frost after that game.
Yeah, I mean... Diddy is clearly the better option here.
It wasn't looking so hot, we gotta be real.
He did it for the memes. I respect it. We'll have to see how anarc0 adjusts here and fast pace on the previous game against the Diddy, because it's gonna be a very hard one.
Those lower range landing options as well, not helping anarc too much, especially since even when he does a landing aerial, if the banana hits his shield, he can't really respond too well with a really close range option like Nair, because he's just going to end up doing a landing aerial and then tripping into the banana for an easy reversal for Frost.
Yeah, banana literally just invalidates like 90% of your option. Crazy with how much it can do. Banana getting him out of the air.
Yeah,
he's struggling to get off ledge, like we said. He has to commit to something. Against someone as fast as Diddy Kong, that's so difficult.
Yeah, it's an irritating thing because Diddy being so nimble makes it really hard for a Meta Knight to land a single hit on a banana-less Diddy, which makes it hard to properly exploit banana when it's away from Diddy to begin with. So Meta Knight can't easily exploit using banana against Diddy because he can't hit Diddy to begin with, so it's very difficult. I mean, in this position he has banana, but how much is it going to do? Immediately toss it away and off stage, and this is one chance for Frost to just pull out banana again. Now he has it. He can get it again after one advantage state.
Yep, he's just tripping on the banana again, just getting it out of play so it doesn't happen later. Honestly, probably the best bet he can go for, just get it out of there so he's not caught with a disadvantage and dying for it. That was a pretty solid back out of there.
Not too much extra credit built up on Anarc, but Diddy is a sort of peck at you damage output if he doesn't get those really early percent banana combos. Can help him a little bit. Air dodging right onto the banana, that's good. He's starting to use it a bit more now.
Yeah, even if he's not using it too well, as long as he's keeping Frost from using it, that is a big part of the win con here, I feel.
I mean, it also gives Meta Knight a ranged tool that is consistently good. Gives him a really good out of shield option against a short character like Diddy, and that is ranged at that. So can very well exploit Diddy's safety against Meta Knight's shield.
Ooh, and up smash not connecting there. But I spoke too soon. There it is.
One more stock. Anarc taking a sigh to compose himself here. It's one more stock left on this winner's side.
I like the thought there, because most of the time he dashed forward and grabs there, but he decided to throw out the F smash this time. I do like the thought behind that, but it didn't work out for him.
Especially since, like, at 40% there, Meta Knight grab wouldn't have led to much. It would have led to, like, dash forward throw, but that might not have been too advantageous for Anarc, so choosing to shield in the corner there instead.
First thing, struggle to get back to center stage.
Yeah, doing toss forward a banana into barrels as a mix-up. I mean, it's a very cheeky mix-up for Diddy to do, because if you try to punish, you'll just run into banana. But we'll see if Frost has any other cheesy tricks left with 2 stocks to play.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen him monkey flip and actually do the grab in both games he played Diddy, so pretty interesting mix-up. There's another monkey flip. Starting to use that more. And like not having a kill throw. Got banana and he's got Diddy at ledge.
Again, tossing it down, he's not really holding on to it because there's a way to...
It's a very good high recovery.
Yeah, very good. You can exploit Diddy's recovery, at least like, you can try to exploit it a bit, but banana is not the answer to his recovery unless you toss it horizontally, and man, really weird situation there. I mean, it was Frost without a double jump off stage there. That could have been something for an arc, but instead Frost was put towards the ledge.
He hasn't gotten the last 2 up airs, unfortunately. Still getting consistent damage on him.
Oh no double jump there. Yeah, it's all about preserving your options against Meta Knight if you're near the ledge at all. But no setup off of that Nair, just a bit high percent, and now it's down to a range for Frost. You see he's starting to put it out way more now.
Oh yeah, they're playing footsies here. Throwing out their really fast options.
127% is certainly up smash kill percent here on PS2, and it's why he just chose to charge it instead.
A very interesting option. I get what he was hoping for. The barrels are coming in.
Not ready to punish the barrels either. That would have been really exploitable, heavily punishable, and might have landed an arc kill if those barrels completely whiffed and he didn't and he punished it properly. But man, it's got to find another punish opportunity here. Seems Frost is waiting a bit more, playing it patient.
Got banana. This is terrible. Yeah, and there's the banana. That was a very good set there, and we saw him ult swing it back at the very end, but.
Yeah, I mean, Diddy's toss out of shields. Most tosses out of shield with items. Frame 7